Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Trade with Jazz. And in today's video, I'm going to give you 5 practical tips that can help you achieve 150% growth in a week and having 5 green days in a row. And the tips that I'm going to give you are very practical and simple and easy to follow, so that way you can stair-step your way to success. I'm going to be talking about options trading, but this can apply to any instrument that you trade. So if you want results like this is the last week that I just had on Robinhood, where I was able to get over 150% return on my total account size. And you can see that there is a stair-step type of design to my growth. And that is the way to success, stair-stepping your way. Your gains should look similar to this. Of course, a slow growth curve is also very nice. Usually that comes when you invest in individual stock shares or ETFs and stuff like that. So you'll see just like a straight incline, which is great as well. Up is up, right? But stair-stepping your way up is something that I like to make sure that my account is looking like, because that means that I'm using all of my strategies correctly and I am taking profit where I need to be taking profit at. Let's go ahead and get into the 5 practical tips that you guys can follow to stair-step your way into success when it comes to your trading account. The first thing is one of my golden rules. Everyone in my trading community knows this. I preach this little saying that I've come up with: 10% a day keeps the poverty away. If you make it a point to close out your trades when you see anything above 10%, you will rarely have a red day. If you have been trading for a little while and you somewhat know what you're doing, you should almost always see at least 10% growth on your trade. You should see that trade saying plus 10% at some point during the trade. Now, what I just said was a pretty bold statement. Most people will see plus 10% on their trades. So that's a winning trade. That's profit, that's money in your pocket. So what's the problem? Why do most traders lose? Because most traders are greedy. Most traders do not want to take profit at that 10%. They want to hold it and they want to get that 20%. They want to get that 50%. They want to get that home run 100% on every trade they take. So they'll watch that trade hit 10% profit multiple times and will not close out the trade because they want more. Now, you may have also heard the saying, see profit, take profit. 10% a day takes the poverty away is in alignment with that. I am here to tell you that you will be stuck on a hamster wheel trying to chase large gains. If you just make it a point, try it for a week, to close out your trades when you hit 10%, you will be forever green. It really is that simple. Even a bad trade will see 10% at some point. So that is my first tip, and that's going to be the #1 rule. Anything above 10%, close it. Oh, well, what if it goes? What if? Then get in again. The what ifs will keep you broke, I promise you. The next tip I have for you is to scale in. So I did an entire video on scaling in and the strategy that I use when entering into swing trades, and I will link that video up here. Scaling into your position is an underrated topic and technique. I love scaling into a position. This allows you to not have to have the perfect entry or go all in at 1 cent at the penny. This gives you some grace, some leeway, some wiggle room when you scale into a position. When you know the general area that you need to be getting in at, and you can divide the money that you're willing to apply to that trade into 3 and get in at 3 separate times, so you're averaging into the best price instead of trying to guess the best price, is going to help you get this stair-step growth. The third tip I have for you is patience. Patience, but specifically patience for entries. So again, this is another tip in regards to your entry. Well, you need to have patience to wait for price to come down or go up to that general area and wait for the trade to come to you. And once it hits that general area, you know, set your alerts. I'm not saying look at the charts all day. I definitely don't do that. I set alerts at the general area, and then start scaling in when the trade has come to your area. The fourth practical tip I have for you, and a lot of you may not like this, but it's definitely going to help contribute to that stair-step growth. Never trade 0 DTEs or 1 DTEs. I have tried to get on the 0 DTE and 1 DTE bandwagon. I've seen so many people like double their money extremely quickly using that strategy, but I've also seen a lot of people lose all their money very quickly using that strategy. It could be a me thing, but I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses, and I know that I am not suited for 0 DTE or 1 DTE. And ever since I stopped trying to do it just because other people are doing it, just because it could be a quick win, ever since I stuck to safer, more conservative expiration dates on my contracts, it's very seldom that I have a red day. But when I was trying to do 0 DTEs and 1 DTEs, I was having the most red days that I've ever had in my trading career. And it was so frustrating because I really wanted to conquer the 0 DTE, the 1 DTE thing, but why? If what I was doing was working for me, why do I want to change that? You know? So that's a whole other tip on its own. If what you're doing is working for you, stick with it. Just because something else is trendy or you see other people doing something else, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If your strategy is working for you, don't get so sidetracked of what everybody else is doing. I know some people that kill it with 0 DTE and 1 DTE. It's not for me, and I had to learn the hard way. I had to lose a lot of money the hard way. And if I tried some more, could I eventually get it down packed? Most likely. Anything I put my mind to, I get down packed. But why? When what I'm doing is working for me. So that is a tip from me to you. Don't choose 0 DTE or 1 DTE contracts if that's not your thing. If that's not your thing, don't do it. You can make plenty good money using more conservative expiration dates. Ready to start trading stock options effortlessly? Let's talk about Robinhood, your gateway to the financial markets. With just one tap, you're in. Robinhood is free to download, and the sign-up process is seamless. In just a few minutes, you can access real-time data, detailed charts, and a world of trading options. You can trade on the go or from your desktop using their app or web browser. I personally love using their app. Watch your investments grow anytime, anywhere. Also, trade stock options with real money or add stock options to your watch list to watch how your stock options perform without having to invest your real money just yet. Join millions of traders who are already ahead of the game in using Robinhood for all of their simple trading needs. If you use my link down below, you get free stock when you sign up today and start your trading journey. And last but not least, the last practical tip that I have for y'all is to swing overnight. I almost always hold something overnight. I'll hold a runner or I'll hold a brand new position overnight. And I close out that overnight trade within the first 5 minutes of the next morning, because that's when the contracts are most expensive and that's when I can sell it for the most money back to the market. That is how I'm able to get that sharp stair step look with my trading account, because that sharp increase is from those overnight swings that hit the very next morning from gap ups and gap downs, which is one of my favorite strategies. And a reason why I love options so much is because of the gaps that happen with the market not being open overnight. And yeah, I love that strategy. That's one of my favorite ways to trade, and it definitely contributes to my growth. So those are the tips that I have when it comes to mastering your stair steps to success with trading. Let me know down below if any of the tips helped you guys, if you guys are going to try some of them out, and if you have any more to add to the list. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.